Yeah, you can't walk in front of my camera. All right, so we're gonna do. Oh yeah, I was gonna tell you. I almost forgot. Made a video a little while ago about Santa coming, and guess what? Santa came, but it took him 12 days to get here from Montreal. Montreal to Calgary, and yeah, a long time. But I guess that's trucking today. It's a little bit on the slow side. Anyhow, I want to show you guys a fabulous e-bike, 20-inch. It's their EMX series. It's a 60 volt dual motor. Motors are 750 watts a piece. And it comes with a big battery. It's a 20 amp hour battery. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. So today, all I would like to do today is just, we're not going to do the opening the box thing, but what I'd like to do is I'm going to assemble the bike today. And, as I'm assembling it, if I come across any spots that are, a little tricky, a little dicey, a little bit something to watch for, then I'll do a short clip on that and add it to this here video. So without further ado, hope you enjoy, and thanks for watching. Yeah, by the way, also down the road, once it's all assembled, I'm going to guess in about 2 weeks' time, I'm going to try and do some more video, just road testing video. The temperature right now outside is minus 14 Celsius in Calgary, and it's the middle of March, so it'll take a couple of weeks before the snow's gone, and I got to stay away from the loose gravel too. So it's going to be fun bike to have a look at. Anyhow, later. So this is the box. Again, we're not going to do an unboxing, but you just get a chance to see what's inside, and slowly I'm going to start unpacking. If I come across interesting stuff, I'll point it out. So just a quick picture what came out of the very first box. There it is, reflectors, front, back, pedals. I also want to, on the pedals, I want to show you that the one of them is kind of stiff, it's kind of tight, and I don't think it should be. So what I'm going to do here right away is I'm going to see if I can just loosen that off one smidge. Later. There's the nut. It seemed a little extra tight. I backed it off and then re-tensioned it. And honestly, the pedal spins much more freely, so it's no big deal. There's a plastic cap you put on there, and that should work good. Later. A quick picture of the battery charger. Because it's charging a 20 amp battery, this one output rating is 3 amps. Most of them today, on smaller battery capacities, they're around 2 amps. So yeah, it'll charge up a little faster. So one thing I was going to point out was when you get the bike prior to it, they're going to send you a PDF file, and it's very concise, very clear, very informative, all about the assembly. All right, later. So here's a picture of the suspension seat. Zoom. Yeah, goes up and down, smooth, nice seat. It's it's pretty cushy, Yeah, could be a good one. We'll find out. So the first thing they ask you to do is remove this cap and bolt from the stem here, and then you go on to step number 2. But secret is to install the the handlebars prior to putting the wheel on. Cheers. So here's a small problem I discovered. In order to put the handlebars on and attach them down firmly, the box is in the way. You pretty much have to take it out of the box. And probably the easiest way to do that is we're just going to cut the front side out here. And then we can just slide it out because honestly, it's too heavy. Later. Bye. Here's a picture of the battery removed. Okay. And you'll see there's a connector there. So there's no contact points at the back of the battery. There's contact points at the front for the front drive. And they use an XT90 connector in the back. So you have to disconnect that in order to pull the battery. I highly recommend removing the battery when you're doing the assembly, just in case you touch something accidentally and things get started. A lot of torque here, so be careful. Later, bye. So here, a small noise maker. It's gonna rattle against the frame here. Yeah. My recommendation to fix that, about 2 or 3 layers of just black electrical tape, and probably will stop the noise making. Cheers. So here we go. Here is the way this wheel's got to go on the front axle. You need this washer, which will go on the inside of the axle. And then you got this piece that has a bit of a little knob on the end. It's going to have to go either inside or the outside of the axle. And this little knob will fit into the slots on the axle, which you can see right in there. So important though, most important is the washer. You want to make sure that that washer is not so big, the inside is not so big that it slips over this piece right there, this piece. It has to go on the threaded portion and then butt up against this, because if it went over, you're going to have all kinds of screeching because it's going to rub against the hub. Anyhow, and then of course, you could use this one. See, this is inside. This one here you can use inside or outside. Just flip it around. And the deal with that is you may need to choose inside or outside, because you have to line up the brake pad inside the brake, and you may need to space it differently. Anyhow, that's it for now. Later. Two things when you're putting the wheel on. I found that it was the easiest to take the, take the nut off and then take that other piece that has a protrusion off completely on both sides. And then you're not fighting with them sliding back and forth. And anyhow, it slides right into the 2 slots. Once you got it in there, you can put the other pieces back on. And the other thing is, down here, see if you can see it or not, but you've got a little slot, and it is recommended that that slot face downward, and you can see why. And then you just want to make sure you put in a couple of tie wraps right here to lock it down. Anyhow, cheers for later. So one other thing, the projecting knobs on that middle piece, when you're putting that into the wheel, it's easiest, and I think it's probably the way it's supposed to go, is to point that downward, and then it just locks everything in, and the axle sits directly on into the U shape of that bracket. Yeah. Anyhow, it's easier. Bye. All right, here it is, done, finished, almost ready to go. Just got to do the rack a little bit, and that's kind of rowdy, but gotta wait for some warmer weather. -7 today. So, and we got some snow yet to melt. So, you know what? In a couple of weeks, I'm thinking maybe they'll get some road video by then. Anyhow, cheers. Thanks for watching the video, and we'll catch up later. Bye.